Hello everybody, hope you guys are all doing well. Most of this is going to be in a format that you guys can always watch later on, so if you guys don't have time to watch it right now, or you have to go to work or you just want to break something like that, feel free to watch the entire video over the weekend. I think you guys will get a large amount of information for it, and some of the plays we'll be talking about today, they won't necessarily be breaking out today. Some of them may be just on the verge of breaking out, but they might take until Monday or Tuesday or even maybe Wednesday, depending on how the market is going to react to some of these numbers coming out. Alright, but let's see what's going on, guys. Hope you guys, everybody's well. We've got a few plays to talk about today. I spent most of my morning coming up with a list of some of the basic ones we can look at. There's quite a few of them over here, so we'll be going over all that good stuff as well. Hey Noah, hey and good morning, Michael and fellow investor compadres. It's been a pretty good day for the market. So I was wrong about the Nasdaq and the S&P 500 from yesterday, or I think I told you guys about them on yesterday, or the day before yesterday. Because one of the things I was looking at, watch list. You'll see the Nasdaq actually had 2 down days and didn't actually tap on the 20, but it came up. The Dow did have that day where it had to come down a little bit more here, and then it break out today. But overall today, everything's looking pretty well, right? So still trending along. Hopefully it's just a little bit of a downward movement, and we can continue going on as far as the indexes are concerned, which will make our options prices, or options trades, a little bit more profitable there. Okay. Go to it doesn't actually, I don't know if that's let's see, quick peek here. Oh, here, let me turn on the music a little bit. There we go. Let's see. Hey David, hey Anthony, hope you guys all doing well. Okay, let's see. Good morning, Nomad Trader. Alright. There we go. Hey Swin, hello, is Dogecoin good now, or will it keep dumping? You could start to take a position in Dogecoin. Remember, don't buy it in bulk, just buy a little bit here, a little bit every few days, and that way if it does move down, your average is going to be moving down with it. Alright, there we go. Now let's see what happens here. Alright everybody, the first play we're going to be looking at today is C. I think this one will be okay. Let me go over here very fast. Alright. This is the chart, has a short flow of about 2.5%, not too bad. And it's optionable and shortable. Alright, so let's take a quick peek at it here. Let me actually hop out of this SPY at the moment. Okay. So we're looking at this trend line from here to here, with the taps right there, there, and there, or close enough. An attempted breakout here didn't work out. Now's the first official day this is broken out. Now, the calls for this one, they don't actually expire until November 19th. But currently, they're only going to cost you 10 cents or 5 cents, depending on where you put that limit order. If you wanted to buy them now, I'd probably say 10 cents is an okay place to buy. Price target is 70 before the 19th, which is about next Friday. Not today, but 7 more days. So, let me go right here very fast. There you go. If it can rise up at least $4 more in 5 days, you're going to see this call go from at least 10 cents to up towards $1. So this could be a really good play right here. I would recommend, if you guys did want to go into this one, you could pay the 10 cents on it, which is going to be equal to $10 per call. If you buy on TD Ameritrade, you are going to be paying a 65-cent commission per a call. If you're on Robinhood or Webull, you're not going to be paying any commissions at all. So if you wanted to do this, I would probably buy up to 10 calls or so. That's kind of just a $100 play, waiting for this to hit 70. It's more speculative, so if it doesn't hit by next Friday, you can definitely just lose $100 and it won't be too much of a move. And again, if you don't want to put $100 down, you could also just put down $50, $20, whatever it may be, and you'll be still looking at good profits if it does end up going up towards $1, which seems pretty likely just off of this surge here. The only thing that's going to kill this thing is if the overall market starts to take a down day, then you're going to see a lot of downward pressure on it. You could also go for the 17th of December. Those are going to be 45-cent calls, so those are going to cost you about $45 per pop. The way I like to trade, I would probably buy about 5 of these and maybe about like 2 or 3 of these, and that way you can see how far they want to go. So I'll probably buy some of these later on towards the end of the day. I usually buy my calls or options during the last hour of the trading day. Let's see. So I'll probably be buying them as I take my mom to the doctor's office today. Okay, that's the first one right here. but I do like this play going forward. And we have earnings behind us. Nothing really bad happening here. News, I haven't seen any bad news on it, so I think this is a good play as well. Let me see right here. I should... How have these ones been performing? This one hasn't broken out just yet. We're still waiting for it. Boeing. CHPT, it's up 3%, but it got rejected from the trend line, so it wasn't time to buy there as well. Hasbro has been breaking out, still going up bit by bit, even came up a little bit today, even though it's overall down. And then CPE right here is still grinding after it broke out of this little cup and handle here, so I'm hoping this will actually have another leg up. So most of the plays since the breakouts have been doing okay. This one's not, if you bought options, you'd be down actually, but if you just bought shares, you'd be fine. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is just add C here. There we go. And then the next one, guys, I'm going to do my list very fast, and then we'll talk about your guys' plays or any questions that you guys may have. So I'm going to hop off of C very fast. I'm going to go to Otis. Otis makes specialty industrial machinery. Most of you guys will probably notice the Otis elevators. I think is something that you guys may be watching. This one I haven't done the technicals for, neither have the other one, so we're going to do a quick peek here. Otis worldwide. Let's see. Let me stretch this out a little bit. And let's see what we can find here. There's the first one right there. I know some of you guys might not like that one. The second one is here. So there's a short breakout opportunity right here, right now, with a price target of about $87. This would be something you would hold for probably just one day. And these options are going to cost you... you'd be buying them for the next Friday, though, so there's going to be a little bit of theta behind that. So currently at $85. Otis. There we go. Let's go to the 19th. Again, these calls are fairly cheap. A lot of these plays right now are very, very cheap, and this is live trading data, so you're not seeing too much money in here. But if it does go into the money, it's going to go from about 5 cents all the way up to 95 cents, or closer to 85. So I think this is a possibility before next Friday. So it has to jump up $5. $5. Remember that, $5 in order for that to make money. Or if it just has a small pop on Monday, this could go from 5 cents all the way up to 20 cents or even 30 cents. That's more of how you want to play this, especially because it is going to be heading towards resistance, as we just talked about a few seconds ago, right? You might want to just hold this for one day, but that 5 cents can definitely go somewhere. For this play, because you're not seeing a whole bunch of stuff flashing, you're not seeing tons of options being bought and sold every second, right? Somebody bought a bunch of November 19th calls and December 17th calls, about 30 of them. So they believe something similar, except for they're buying theirs. Let's see, what is this? Price, change, delta. Oh, my bad. Let's see. They're buying them for 85, which is right here in the money. They don't want to be buying the cheap stuff. So I would recommend buying something small here for Otis. Again, not large, just small. I'm giving you guys some more speculative plays because I think they're a little bit more interesting right now, especially with how the overall market is doing. Let's see. And so I'll add Otis here very fast. There we go. And see, these are bullish ones. Most of the ones I'm going to show you guys are bullish. I'll let you know if it's going to be a sell signal here. LBY. This one's pretty interesting. This one has not broken out yet. This is something you guys would want to add onto a watch list at the moment. LYB. So let's take a quick peek at it. We have my phone over here. And let's Lydell Bazell. Lydell Bazell. So this is what you're looking at. This downward channel here. There we go. Hasn't broken out just yet. What my anticipation is for this, guys, is when this does break out, we're not going to look at the options just because there's no reason to at the moment. What you'd be looking, or actually, hell, we can look at it very fast. TSYL. LYB. I was wrong. LYB. There you go. These calls about 25 cents. I wouldn't recommend buying these ones. I'd recommend buying the December 17th ones and going for somewhere around $100 or $105. Preferably $105 because that's definitely possible in the next month or so. Yeah, that's like about over 31 days away. I'd recommend trying to get these calls for somewhere around 35 cents if you could. The last trade right here was 37 cents. So if somebody was willing to sell their calls for 37 cents, not a bad idea if you want to get in there as well. I will be buying a few calls off of this just to keep track of how everything is moving. Excuse me. But again, these are going to be the 17th of December calls for 2021 with a strike price of $105 or $110 if you want to get a cheaper price. The last one for this one, though, was traded at 10 cents, so you can definitely do that, but you're not going to be holding them all the way to expiration. What you're hoping for to happen is for this breakout, first of all. I would be more inclined to buy on the breakout. That's why I'm saying you don't have to buy it right now, just have it on your watch list. After that happens, it's going to run into the 200 daily moving average. That is where you're going to have an opportunity to buy after it breaks out above that, breaks out and holds above that. That'd be another good buying opportunity. If I was buying on this breakout here, if it does come, my price target is going to be somewhat around here, and I'll be making a small amount of profit off of that trade. Or you can try to hold on to it a little bit longer, especially since it'll be in the money by that point at $100. Then from there, you can definitely, ride those profits up. $105 is all the way up here, so if you are buying those $105 calls, even though they are cheaper, if you're going to be holding them until expiration, you're going to have to rely on this breaking above the 200. So if it doesn't, you'll still be making money, but you got to make sure if it's not breaking out above the 200, you need to sell, because eventually theta is going to kick in within the last 2 weeks of this 4-week play, and then you're going to be looking at a little bit of trouble as theta is breaking it down, because there's the likelihood of it hitting $105 goes down day by day by day. Okay, and excuse me, let me put this right here as well. There we are. And this one is DGX. This one just broke out yesterday, so I'm pretty interested to see how this works out. DGX, excuse me. DGX. Quest Diagnostics. There we are. So this one broke out a few days ago. This one, I don't think it's gonna. This is more of a kind of like a W play with a little extra stuff in the middle here. So I think this is a good opportunity to buy, especially since it just broke above the 50 here. That was also a good sign. I think you could have a price target for this one somewhere up here at 155. These calls, DGX, let me take a quick peek at them. So they expired November 19th. If you wanted to get those ones, I would aim for the 155 calls personally, a little bit cheaper. You can see how they've grown just a little bit today. One other thing here, if you want to go towards the December 17th calls, a little bit more expensive, but it allows you to get up here to 160 if you wanted to. And the last traded executed price was for 74 cents, which isn't too bad here. But if you just wanted to hold them until next Friday with a slight chance, I'd be saying the 150 calls or the 155 calls, preferably the 155 calls, but I wouldn't be buying many, just because right now the market is a little bit teetersome. It is still kind of wavering at the moment. Things look okay. A lot of the earnings are over. We shouldn't have to worry too much, but sometimes it can be helped. So what I would tell you guys right now is, if you guys did want to buy some DGX, you're going to go for the 155 strike price calls or the 150 strike price calls. There's a big price difference. Right now, it seems like the last trade was just 45 cents here, so you might be able to get them for around 40 cents if you hold on long enough. If it does come towards the end of the day, maybe you want to move that up towards 45 cents or so. Alright, let me go back over here. But I think this is a good play at the moment. And DGX. There we go. Move on over here a little bit more. Here's CDW. There we go. This one's much more subtle. See, today is the first actual breakout of this one. It tried over the last couple days, was not able to. Today is the first time it's going to have a nice breakout. A slight resistance here. Let me see if I can put that there. There you go. At $192, I think we'll be able to break above that quite easily. This is something I'm a little bit more excited about. Now the calls here. Let me go fast to CDW. There we are. November 19th calls. It's currently at 190. If you go to 195 strike, it's only going to cost you anywhere from 55 cents to $1.10. The last traded price was 49 cents. So I think you might be able to get these for about 60 cents if you wait a little bit. The price is down 53% on the day. That's just because of the trade right here. I think you're going to get this at a really fat discount. And all it has to do is get in the money before next Friday. And I think that's definitely possible off of this breakout. If you don't want to hold until expiration, just hold it until at least Monday. Well, you're going to be buying it today, so at least Monday, possibly Tuesday. but you should be able to make a good profit off of these calls as well. So, and guys, reminders, I will be buying all of these calls here towards the end of the day between 12 o'clock and 1 o'clock, which is like the power hour of my day, because I'm over here on the West Coast. And so I'll be buying some of these calls for the 195 strike price. As long as my limit order hits, I wouldn't be buying these for over 70 cents currently, but 55 cents, I'd be paying that price right there, or even 60 cents, but not more than 70 cents. So make sure you guys have some limit orders, because this spread is like 100% spread. As soon as you buy this, if you bought this at market price, you'd be automatically down 50 cents. So just make sure you guys don't buy these with market orders. You guys are buying these only with limit orders, okay? Okay, and then yeah, this one up here as well, CDW, BSY. This is something that you guys may want to be able to buy put on. So BSY is actually coming down a little bit. And this is Bentley Systems. My dog has the hiccups, my bad. There we go. If it breaks down below this trend line right here, it's close. It hasn't done it just yet. You can definitely buy some puts on this play. It had a bad earnings report, unfortunately, so it's coming down a little bit more. It's testing out the 200 moving daily moving average, with a chance of with a high chance of a death cross coming soon. So I think this is going to be an interesting opportunity. Make sure if you guys do buy some puts on this, aim for more in December, and then have a strike price around $50, or you could even do it $55 right now if you wanted to. But you want to see this breakdown clearly before you buy. Otherwise, it may just bounce off of this trend line here and then start going back up towards $62. In that case, you may be looking at buying some calls or something like that. But just be aware of that right now. This is something you want to add to your watch list. It's not something you're trading just yet. But when it does end up breaking down, or if it does end up breaking down, that's going to be your opportunity to buy some puts on this. Puts. Again, with either a $55 strike price, so you can start off in the money, or you can go down to 50. I doubt they would have a 52 or something like that, but if they do, you can definitely play that as well. Alright, here you go. We only have a few more left here, guys. Do I want to talk about this one? We can talk about BLL. What is this? Packaging and containers. Yeah, this is more of the supply chain stuff, so I think they're going to be getting some capital from the government here pretty soon, and that's why a lot of people are going to be buying this. Let's see. Hey, Morgoth. Hope you're having a very good evening, or excuse me, morning. And hey, Monica as well. Let's see here. And we got Ball Corporation. There you go. We talked about this breakout a while ago. It was a nice play. I'm hoping this breakout as well will be another nice play here. So Ball right here. It's on the verge of breaking out. It hasn't done it just yet. If this actually breaks out here either today or Monday and it closes above this white line, I'm going to be very interested in taking a position. I'd be looking for a $95 strike price that expires either this upcoming Friday or going into next month. But let me actually see what the BLL is here. Ball Corp. So November 19th and then go straight to December 17th. So if you wanted to buy for next week, you can see that they're up 330%, right? 97. They do have a 97.5. So if you wanted to, the last trade was 8 cents. You might be able to get these for 10 cents or so. So that might not be bad. You can pay the full 15 cents if you want to, but there's no bid for it at the moment. So this person is trying to get rid of their shares bit by bit. More speculative, of course, for 97.5, but that's about $5 away. An easier trade right here would just be to buy these for about 45 to 50 cents at the moment, which is going to be the November 19th calls. That's next Friday with a strike price of $95. If you want to take a little bit more of a risky play, but definitely have some big, huge rewards on the other side, definitely look at the 97.5 calls. If you wanted to wait until December and buy them a little bit longer, those calls are going to cost you maybe about $1 more, but they're probably going to be much safer. So you can definitely look into these at the moment. Some people are trapped up here, so they're going to have very high ask price. If it has a 0, don't go more than like the last bid. Something around here is something that's way more likely to be sold off to you than if you try to match that 90 cents or $2.15. You should never do that. That's why you need to do limit orders when you're trading these options here. Alright. Let's see. And I think that's fine for now. I mean, there's a few other ones if you wanted to check them out. AEP. Oh, we can talk about AEP actually. Let me just take a quick peek here. This is another opportunity to buy some puts. Now, there we go. This is actually somewhat similar to what Bitcoin has been up to lately. Bitcoin just broke down last night. A small breakdown, not a big one. There you go. This is on the verge of breaking down right now. AEP on the verge. It's come down a little bit, but it needs to close below this level. If it doesn't close below this level, do not buy any puts on it, okay? Now, had earnings a while back. It looks like they were just okay, nothing crazy. Went up a little bit, got attacked by that 200. We are just having a death cross on AEP, so I'm bullish on the bearish, bearish move of this stock. Once this breaks down below this trend line here, you're going to be looking to buy some puts on this. It's AEP, American Electrical Power. Now, you can buy some for this Friday if you want to. You're going to be on the put side here. So if you wanted to buy an $80 put, it's only going to cost you about 15 cents. Last trade was 18 cents. So you could say up to 20 cents. I would even pay 20 cents for these ones right here. It's out of the money, very cheap. You could even go to the $77.50. That would actually be a good play as well. The last trade was 10 cents. If you guys can get these for under 5 cents, that'd be a golden price, but you're going to have to put a bid there. So sometime later on in the afternoon, guys, you will see my bids up here. Most likely you'll see, instead of it saying 0, it'll say something like 0.02 or 0.05 or something like that. I'll have a few limit orders stacked just in case they do fill up. And I think if this thing does break down, that's exactly what I'm going to be buying. I'm hoping to see it break down before the end of the day, which means I have a good, like, you know, as a viewer, it has a good chance of breaking down, which means it's below the trend line and it looks like it's going to close below the trend line. That's going to be a very good sign for me buying puts on this play right now. So I'd be looking for calls that expire, or excuse me, puts that expire next Friday. I'd be looking at the $80 strike price or the $77.50 strike price. Both would be very good. If you really wanted to take a little bit of a risk, you can definitely go with the 75 right here. The last trade for 3 cents. I think that's still a very good opportunity to buy down here as well. I'd be more heavy on the 80, a little bit less heavy on the 77 at 0.5, and then the least heavy on the 75. But definitely worth a check out, a look right there. And did I? Let me see. Not sure if I've actually kept a lot of these plays here. So hold on one second. AEP. And what was the last one we just talked about? BLL. Oh yeah, this was a BLL. Okay, there we are. I think that was most of them. All right, and the last one I just want to talk to you guys about is, it looks like Brunswick is about to break out. We've been talking about it for a while here. Brunswick broke out a couple days ago. Still hasn't done anything, but if you guys have been holding it, it looks like it has a little bit more momentum right now. So this is a second opportunity to buy into Brunswick if you guys wanted to. At least for the moment, it's breaking out. It looks like it has a price target of about here of, first of all, $108. If you did want to buy some Brunswick, November 19th calls, they're going to cost you anywhere from 45 cents to 65 cents for a $105 strike price. This is what I'd recommend buying right now, nothing really else, just because it's within $3. It's fairly cheap. This can easily go up past $2 here, so you can get over 100% gains fairly easily as long as the thing continues to chug up after this breakout. If it doesn't work out too much well by Monday or Tuesday with most of these calls or puts, just don't buy them, or if you have them, just sell them for a small loss. But I think we're going to be okay as long as the market doesn't take another dip like it did a few days ago. That really messed a lot of things up. Which is why I recommend, if you guys are following any of these trading opportunities here, please, oh please, oh please do not put, like, you know, thousands of dollars in here. Let the small amounts of money work out for you. Focus on the percentage gains and not how much money is actually coming in. I know it's a weird way to flip your mindset, but don't worry about how much money is flowing in. Worry about the percentage gains so you can start learning how to do these plays a little bit more consistently. And then try to take a broad swath. Like, don't just buy one of the plays I'm giving you guys. Buy a few. That way you guys are going to be okay in case that, like, one goes down and the other ones go up. You'll be fine. You won't be like just losing money on one play or just making money off of one play. Let's see. All right. Now let me see what you guys have to say about any options plays. SEE was along. Let's see. Hey Noah, $45 puts for 1 penny on Bessie with December 17th. You can definitely do that if you wanted to. Here, let me go here back to TD Ameritrade. BSY. there you go. Sorry, I wasn't actually looking up. Yeah, so you're talking about the the December 17th calls for BSY, $45 puts for a penny. They're not actually a penny. What you're seeing right here is the ask price is $1.10, and the last traded price was 86 cents. So assume nobody is willing to buy it at the moment. They're usually having to go up, and then somebody fills that order in for them. So this guy that has a $45 put here for next December, they're trying to get rid of their puts right now because they're losing value, unfortunately. And so what he's been doing is he has an ask price of 110, but if somebody comes up close enough, he'll sell some of his calls, or excuse me, his puts to him. So you could try to do a penny limit order if you wanted to, but I'm not entirely sure if somebody would actually sell you their puts for just a penny, because that means they'd be losing about 99% of the value of their currency or their options. So many people wouldn't do that unless they're completely panicking. And every once in a while you do have somebody panicking, but if you look at what's going on right now, there's only been 23 puts bought today and 42 calls. This is not an active market, but when this starts to boom, you will see people come in here to start buying this up. That's why I'm saying small positions are going to work a lot better here. There we go. All right, if you guys have any questions on options, please let me know. Otherwise, oops, sorry, my face is out of the way. Otherwise, I'll hop into the crypto world, and then we can talk about Bitcoin and whatnot for a little bit. I'm taking my mom to the doctor a little bit later, so the stream's not going to be as long as I want it to be, but we should be fine. Go back over here. There we go. And we can check out anything else that's going on in the day. Tesla's still been doing crazy things here. Yeah, this is what you call an active market where everything's just blinking over and over again. But look at these Tesla calls. These Tesla calls are down 85%, 89%. These things are all losing so much value. There's the puts are gaining hundreds of percent, especially around the money right here. This is some crazy times for Tesla. 90% value loss, 90%. Everybody's crashing out. Everybody's cashing out of these plays right now for Tesla. It's a crazy time. Now you're seeing all the money in the puts. If you wanted to buy Tesla puts, probably wouldn't be a better idea, especially if you can get around the 985 level for 41 cents a pop. Those could definitely go up a lot higher if Tesla takes a big dump over the next few days, especially looks to create a new pattern. I might actually buy some Tesla puts for 975, but that's for this. Oh, sorry, never mind. This is for this Friday. You probably don't want to be buying those just yet. This is something you'd want to be day trading right now. That's why there's so much action here. Take a quick peek at these Tesla calls very fast, and I'll talk about what you guys are. 689,000 calls have been bought or traded, I should say bought, but traded, and 612,000 puts have been traded. Now let's take a quick peek at options time and sales. This is the chaos that is currently going around Tesla. Like, it's actually overwhelming. I think if I actually go right here very fast. Oh no, it is processors, yeah. Oh no, Google's taking up more processing space than Thinkorswim. Oh man. But it's using up a lot of my memory right now. I have a pretty decent computer here, but there was a lot of money flowing in here through Tesla at the moment. 1028. Let's see. Oh no, it looks like it slowed down. Oh, let me go back over here. Hold on. Yeah, there it goes. It's coming. Looks like all the data is freezing my screen right now. So Tesla's having a crazy time. Hey, hold on one second. Let me exit out of TD Ameritrade. And you're asking about Mara or Riot. So Riot broke out. It's above its 200 at the moment, so it looks fine. What it's doing at the moment, it looks like it's just hitting some resistance here. Let me see if I can get that exact point here. It's blowing up through part of the resistance here. Excuse me. I think if it gets back above $42, you can definitely think of buying it right there. Otherwise, you would still be holding your Riot chain calls. I think at the moment it's going to be fine. Let me just double check to see exactly when the earnings are. If it's today after market closes, or if it was this morning, or if it's even Monday. I'm going to use ad blocker. August 23rd after market close. No. So when is this? Yeah, when's the next earnings? So it's November 15th. So that's going to be that's still a few days away. So that's going to be Monday. So it does have earnings Monday. This still seems like a good play. I still have my Riot options, I believe. Hold on. I want to make sure they don't expire today. They expire next Friday. They're currently up 12% since we talked about it last on Monday. So they've been doing okay, not fantastic. Up 12%, I can take it. The CHPT we talked about, that's up 139% currently. That's still doing fine. And the AMC that I bought a while ago, the yellow one, that's down to 83%. I don't expect anything to happen with that one. But yeah, I'm still holding some Riot. My Riot calls, the November 19th, 2021 calls with a strike price of 45. That's what I have. So I just need to go up to 45 to make some good profit. But I'm still up. 12%, like I said, so 12%. Riot looks fine for me. I'd probably say wait till it goes about $42.84. I'm buying it right now because I'm assuming that they're going to have a good earnings report, especially with Bitcoin going to all-time highs. I think they're going to say, they're going to be really bullish about everything. They'll be like, hey, let's buy some more here, and that's going to give it a nice pop, and that's what I'm holding for. You don't have to put a lot of money into it because right now it is an earnings play, but I think there's going to be some volatility here, which either way it goes, you'll be able to make some money off of it. And then next we're talking about Mana. It's not Mana, it's Mara. Yeah, okay, that's what I was like. Yeah. Mara. Digital Holdings, there you go. This one's also good. If you would have bought it right in the breakout right here, it'd been fine. I don't own any Mara, but I wish I did. Now this one already had earnings and it came down. I think as long as Bitcoin continues to do okay here, I think this will be a decent play. But I think overall Riot's going to be a better play for the moment. What I'm looking for right here is I'm looking at this trend line. It can definitely come down a little bit more. There's not really anything for it to really break above. Maybe if it breaks above this all-time high here, yeah, of $83.45, that may be something. But I'm a little bit more bullish on Riot at the moment, especially with the earnings play coming in. Now I'm hoping that Riot doesn't have a bad showing like that, but it did recover quite well. I think if something happened similar to Riot on its earnings play, I'd be fine. So what you could do is I think overall for this month, both Riot and Mara are going to be going up. If you wanted to buy some calls for Riot here, you could also do you can buy some calls and some puts. So you said, let's say you buy some $45 calls, just one or two, and you just buy as many as you want to basically. But then you also buy some puts just in case it comes down. And if it does come down, I would say you could buy some puts. You could sell off your puts and hold on to the calls, maybe even double down on those calls, and then watch it come back up a little bit, especially if Bitcoin is continuing to surge here. And but I'd be looking to buy those calls and puts for either next Friday or the Friday after that, preferably. And if it is only a December 17th call or put option, I would still be buying those ones, and I feel a lot more confident if it was actually a December 17th call. Just because if it falls down a lot, you're going to see that the options price drastically go down. You'll be able to sell those puts off and then buy some calls down here, or even buy calls now, and then just in case it does pop off after earnings. So there's a few choices for it. Personally, I'm a little more bullish on Riot, but that's just because I don't know. I've just made more money with Riot over the past few days, and it has a nice uptrend. While Mara does have a nice uptrend, it's it broke out a little bit ago. Let's see. Go back over here, and what I'll do very fast, guys, is there we go. I'm gonna do something very fast here, and then find one of my old thumbnails to put up here. There we go. All right, there we are. So those are some of the plays and options plays that I'm talking about. Just as for you guys, so you guys have the list again. Here's some of the ones we had from last week as well, though. BLL, AEP, BSY, CDW, DGX, LYB, OTIS, SEE, Boeing, CHPT. That one's a little bit from a while ago, but it still has an opportunity to boom up here, so I'm giving you guys a little heads up on that one. And HAS, which is Hasbro, and then CPE, all decent place to look at. Some of them are looking to break down, some of them are looking to break up or break out. So just be aware of those technicals and then buy accordingly. And if you guys do need to, feel free to start this video over from the beginning tomorrow, whatever, if you guys are planning out your plays, or even later on today. And then you'll see exactly the options prices that I was recommending earlier on in the stream. All right. Now I'm moving over to crypto because I know this is a heavy thing, and if any of the members has anything that they want to talk to me about as far as options, please feel free to ask away. Now I'll get into some of your questions about crypto and all that good stuff, and I'll talk about what's happening at the moment. Now, I gave you guys a little bit of a heads up a few days ago, like, hey, we're coming down to the 20-day moving average. We ended... My dog's going crazy. We did end up tapping that 20-day moving average, and you saw we actually came down a little bit more, even down below the trend line here, and we bounced right off of it. So if I go down here to, let's say, the 30-minute chart, you'll see right there we tapped right on it. So, and we're bouncing back up. We're going to see if we can get back even higher. But that real opportunity to short last night, I took a short last night. I made a couple 100% profit on like 125x leverage, so it was a pretty hot play. And let me go to the 5 here. I bought some puts, not puts, I opened up a shorting position right here. Definitely took some time for it to go down, but it eventually did go down, and I was able to sell it. I closed my put position right down here. It looks like it went down a little bit more than that, so I didn't sell at the proper time, but I made money off of the trade. That's the most important thing here. I should have taken the long here, but I was taking my dog out, and I'm taking care of my mom today as well, so because I'm taking her to the her doctor's appointment and then picking up my sister, so I missed out on this opportunity. So for the moment, Bitcoin's still coming down, unfortunately. Hopefully this bounce is something that can help it out, but this might be another bounce before we end up coming down another leg, or we test out the 200 moving average in the 4-hour chart, or if we just flatly test out this trend line here. If it does test out this trend line, this orange one, let me change the color just for a second so you guys can see the color I'm talking about. Let's make it yellow. No, that's too close to that line. Let's make it bright blue. There we go. If it does hit on this trend line right here, this is where I'm not only going to be buying Bitcoin for a day trade. This is more likely when you guys are going to be wanting to buy altcoins. Altcoins are going to be hot right now. They're going to look pretty bad until it taps onto that, but if it does tap on it, that's when you're going to buy those altcoins for looking for some really good solid gains coming out of it. Just like when I told you guys to buy down here for a little bit of a day trade or a swing trade, popped up here, a lot of the altcoins had really good rallies, really good returns, like some were up to 20% returns. So that's what I'm hoping for now. This is continue to go down, unfortunately. Whales can save us, but I never really rely on the whales until until need be. So for now, coming down a little bit, 4 red candles. Hopefully tomorrow we can have a green day. If you just look at this is something more of a pattern and not necessarily the technicals. We rarely have more than 4 red days in a row. Look for 4 red days, no. 3, no. 4 right here, but then the next one was green. If we had 5 right here, that last one was a nice deep one. So we really don't have more than 4 bad days in a row. And so odds are tomorrow is going to be a greener day. That'll be something worth looking at. If only if it's like a rebound or something like that. Even if it's just a rebound, there's still going to be money to be made there. So take your time, observe the market. If we do have another down day tomorrow, it's fine. That makes it even harder for, that's even a better opportunity to buy, because then we haven't had we haven't had a 6 straight days of going down for Bitcoin in a long time. Like, look for 6 red candles in a row here. It's very hard to find them, and you can just look at the volume on the bottom. That usually tells you the color of the candle. 6 red candles, Again, this is more of the nerdy side of me that just looks at patterns and how these random patterns can possibly help me out with trading. We normally don't come down like this consistently. We normally have a little bit of a rebound, and on that rebound, there's a good chance for you to make money in the altcoin market. If you can trade with leverage on Bitcoin, awesome. You're most likely not going to be making a bunch of money off of 2 to 3% returns on Bitcoin. So, if you guys don't have an exchange that lets you trade with leverage, I highly recommend getting on board with one and at least learning how to trade with it, because it is a whole different beast, and I want you guys to make sure you guys can make as much profit as you can. I have a couple links down below, but there's tons of other exchanges out there in case you don't like those ones. And I just highly recommend you start moving over to a platform that lets you use leverage. Leverage is a powerful tool. It's also dangerous, so just make sure you guys practice trading with it first. But you can trade with 1x leverage to all the way up to 125x leverage, which can definitely help you make a little bit more money here. All right, let me see what you guys are talking about. What do I think about Decentraland? I think it's fine. It's more of a long-term hold for me at the moment, but I still think it's a good play. Let's see right here. Hey, Heaton, what are the top 3 altcoin plays I'd be considering? Right now, right now I'm not too sure. I'm thinking I'd probably hop back into, I would probably hop into Litecoin a little bit here. Ethereum is something I'm still looking forward to. What was that? Okay, that's fine. And then she might be something else I might get into here. And then some of these plays like Link, Luna, or FTM, they've been booming up consistently, and until I see them not booming up, I think they're still a good play here. I still think some of these are going to be good plays. But most of the coins that you guys buy, if it does end up bouncing off, they're all going to be doing well. But usually, when you do play these bounce offs, I like to see stuff that's previously been moving. Like, let me go to the daily here. This one's been chugging BSV, but not crazily. It's not like it's gone to all-time highs. But something like DOT, that's been gone up to all-time highs. This could definitely go up higher. Because, well, the crazy thing about DOT actually is it is close to its trend line as well. There, right? And there's a trend line that goes from here to here to here, but it just broke down below that. So this is going to be another opportunity to buy DOT. You might be able to buy it all the way down here for like $41 or so. You just want to make sure that what you get with DOT is not a shoulder, head, and then shoulders later on. That's the worry about DOT at the moment. But yeah, and then going from here to SHIB, it broke down below the 20. That was the right time to sell. You could have bought back down at a lower price. Did my technicals go away for this right here? Yeah, there you go. And so far, it's holding the trend line just barely holding the trend line here. It has yet to close below it, but if it does close below this level, guys, SHIB is going to come all the way back down here to 0.00004332, which is a current, that'd be a loss if you bought it right now, of about 17-18%. So just be aware of that. This is not broken out just yet. It's still hovering over its trend line, which is nice. But man, oh man, is it a tough one to swallow at the moment? Because if this does fall, it's coming down pretty hard. Good opportunity to short though. Great opportunity to short if it does end up closing down below that price, even with leverage. Even without leverage, that's still going to give you good returns. Let's see. Hey Ty, you want to know about mana? Let me see. You got some at 88 cents. Let's see. What do you think would be a good price to get more in at? Ooh, for this one? This one's already kind of moving up here. Hey, don't bump my shoes. Hey. Dude, stop. I'd say under $3 would be a good opportunity to buy here. Maybe even around $2.80 or so. I'd wait for it to try to come back down a little bit more. You're gonna have to hope that it doesn't continue to curl up. But personally, I'd be a little bit more cheap, and I'd be waiting for it to come back down to sub $3 levels. Dude, hey, that's my pants. Don't bite my pants. Stop being a little brat. I gotta stop rewarding him by giving him pets every time he bites me. Alright, but yeah, so I think it'll be fine. Let's see. Let me see what I'm looking at here. Hey Liam, HNT's making a move. Let's see. Let me put the 5 on. Yeah, it does have some volume over the past few minutes. That is something interesting to watch. Oh, what am I looking at here? That's why all my technicals weren't there. There we go. We got a Bitcoin here. And Bitcoin's running right into that old trend line at the moment. It didn't even get to the 200 on the 5. Right into that trend line. It's coming down a little bit. Hopefully it's able to break out above that, though. That'd be a nice sign going for Bitcoin. Let's see. Anthony, no good news, no bad news on Doge at the moment. The only good news I can give you about Doge is I think Bitcoin's going to go to another all-time high, and I think before like the end of next week, Bitcoin's going to be over 70,000. So that'll give Dogecoin a little bit more of an incentive to start moving up finally. Hey, Easy, IOTX, buy more or sell? I saw you asked that question a little bit ago. You know, as far as this one, if you miss the pop, you're chasing at this point. Yeah, I know, boy. That's fine. Right, so you're pretty much chasing at this point if you wanted to. There's nothing here telling you to buy. Only thing you'd be doing right now is holding if you already bought. If you wanted to buy now at 29.5 cents, maybe have a stop loss down here at, you know, what's this low for the candle? 26 cents about. That's how you'd play it, but there's no technical reason whatsoever to be buying this right now. You're just hoping that it gets pumped up like crazy again, which it definitely can, but it definitely can, but it's going to be more of a gamble at this point instead of actually doing like a technical analysis breakout or any bullish signs coming in. It's more of just like you hold what you have and you hope for the best, or you're going to be taking a very high risk play here in the middle of the pattern, which is, you know, really yet to develop. If you're looking to buy and you want to see like, hey, when can I buy this? That trend line right here will be good, but most of the time it tends to come down quite a bit more before it ends up popping. Now, not all crypto is like that, but you know, I tend to be safe and I would avoid this one for now. Yeah, no worries, Ty, happy to help. Hello, Scripture. No, I'm not watching Verge, but I'm happy making some good money off of it right now. Hey, no worries, Ahid. Have a great rest of your day. I will probably be streaming at around 7 p.m. tonight, I think. There's a chance my mom might be admitted to the hospital because she's not feeling well. So I should be back home, especially since I'm going to have to take care of my sister, actually. But I'll have to figure out the exact time I'm going to be streaming, especially since I know I'm going to the casino tonight as well. So it's going to be a busy day for me, and I might have to cancel the casino trip if my mom's a little bit sicker than I think she is. Let's see. Hey, Joni, happy Friday. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Oh, dude, you are just being a brat right now. What is up with you? You can't be doing that stuff. Why can't you speak human talk? You're 15 weeks old. That's practically an adult. All right. I'll go right here, back here to Bitcoin. So, I'm hoping this weekend we have something more of a dip and rip for Bitcoin as far as it's concerned. Hey, you just bit me, dude. You know, no more pets for you. No more pets at all for you. Let's see. But what I want to see from Bitcoin this week, guys, is we're breaking down. I want to see us tap on this blue line, then try to go up even higher. And then for the rest of the month, we're going to be consolidating here, doing a bunch of boring stuff. Then towards the end of the month, like this is the 21st, this is the 24th, you know, of November. Towards Thanksgiving time, we'll be having a big breakout for Bitcoin. At least that's my thought process. I know it's not going to be happening as fast as most of you guys hope it will, but I still think we're bullish on Bitcoin, and I want to see it right up this trend line pretty well. And the good thing is, I mean, this is the 4-hour chart, so this is the daily chart. There's not really any bearish patterns developing here, which is a good sign for Bitcoin as well. Now, maybe we go up a little bit higher, then we come down and make another shoulder or something like that. But so far, that isn't the case. So hopefully we can just have a nice breakout here before the end of the month. And that will give us a surge up to here to the mid $70,000 range, $75,000 to $80,000 range. That's something I would really like to see. And I think that's definitely a plausible move here for the next few weeks. That's my plan for the next few weeks as well. Which is why if you guys want to start buying altcoins now for that anticipation, you can definitely do that. But I know a lot of you guys may end up just doing that method that I recommend, is just doing small positions, like buy $10 of ADA today, $10 of Ethereum tomorrow, $10 of XRP the next day, $10 of EOS the next day. So you're adding positions to all these different altcoins. So whenever Bitcoin does have that huge surge, which I assume is happening, I know other YouTubers assume it's happening too, that, you know, on that breakout there above that green line, that's gonna be the opportunity for you to make some really good profits off of your, off of their altcoin plays. Let's see. Can Bitcoin go under 60K? It can. Will it? It really depends on if it breaks down or not. If it breaks down, yes. If it doesn't break down, no. Hey, thanks, Ahit, and I appreciate it. It's getting tough. Let's see. Hey, Angel for Truth. LOL, Michael, you got a puppy? I've been sick, so been out of the game for a bit. Still enjoying learning, and congrats, you've grown so much in subs. Thank you very much. Yeah, this is my... I'm not going to show him now because he's just being a freaking brat. He's eating a slipper at the moment. This is him when I got him as a puppy. Or this is like a week before I got him. Now he's much larger and he's not such a baby, and now he's having teething problems. But yeah, he's a little white German Shepherd, and he's having a lot of fun living in my house. All he does is play around and run around and stuff like that. I think, do I have any other pictures of him? I'm pretty sure I do. Maybe when he was a baby or something like that. This wedding. No, I guess it's not here. I guess it's only on my phone. I put a YouTube video up of it though, so you guys should be able to see the YouTube video. No, that's a nope, that's a seal when I was on vacation down in another part of Washington. All right, there we are. I'm gonna put this right back here. Mostly everything is down right now, but you do see some good stuff popping off. There we are. Now let me see. Hey Brahma, Doge breaks 35 cents this year. That would definitely be a good sign for Doge. That would definitely be a good sign for Doge. It's currently under 26 cents. It's back down to 25 cents. It seems like that's its normal range at the moment. It really doesn't like to go down below 23. It doesn't like to go higher at the moment than 35, but usually it's like 28 or so for Dogecoin. But since we did have that pop, it's been a nice sign. It does mean that there are whales that want Dogecoin to pop off, and they're willing to put a little bit of money into it to make that happen. Hey, thanks, Angel Truth. I appreciate it. I'm hoping my mom will get a little bit better. She's just, you know, it's hard to get a mom to the hospital because, like, you know, she's supposed to go, but she doesn't really want to go because she knows she probably might have to stay there for like a week or so because of all like the. Whenever my mom goes to the hospital, they can't release her until all of her levels are like perfectly normal. Otherwise, like they're held for like liability or something like that. And so she just like hates going there because she knows all of her like potassium levels, zinc levels, everything that goes along with her dialysis, it always has to be a certain way. Otherwise, you know, they're not going to let her go. And she just like, I want to go home. I want to go home. I want to go home. And especially I don't know if you guys know the rules about hospitals, or at least this hospital here, you can only have one visitor per day because of COVID. So, and I'm usually that one visitor. And since my sister isn't 18 years old, my sister is not allowed to visit her. So my mom hates that. And so since she's not allowed to see her kid, that can definitely be like a big downer moment. So that's why she doesn't want to go, first of all. But, you know, health and, you know, want my mom to live as long as possible type stuff. Let's see. Hey, Nomad Trader, I appreciate it a lot, my man. Thank you very, very much. Yeah, Angela, it can be very lonely at the hospital. I spend a fortune on my mom when she's in the hospital because what I normally do is I walk through a diet plan with the doctor and I see what I can bring her, what food I can bring her from outside the hospital. And one of the food sources that they like is Panera bread. And as long as there's like certain stuff on the sandwich and, you know, it doesn't have certain things on top of it, they'll allow her to eat it. And so I like literally, like she gets lunch from the hospital every day, but I literally bring her Panera bread every single day for her and for me because I visit her every day, so she's like happy at the hospital. But like for real, it's like those Panera bread costs add up really fast, especially with the 10% sales tax that we have here in Washington. And I think one time she was in the hospital for like 3 months. I bought her lunch every single day for 3 months. You think I make a lot of money with trading? A lot of that money goes to help my mom out, which is perfectly fine by me. You know, raised by a single mother, she deserves some love after that. I was a good son, but I questioned a lot of stuff. I was that son that was like, you know, smart back, like, are you sure you're right? And she didn't really appreciate that, but you know, that was just me as a kid. Let's see. Hey, Lemon. Yeah, I think she will, guys. If there's any disruptions to the stream, I'll definitely let you know. I usually try not to post much stuff because my grandmother, she looks at my channel quite a bit, and I'm not going to tell her that my mom's going to the hospital because, you know, she might not actually go to the hospital. We're just seeing a doctor today, but she should go to the hospital if you ask me. But my grandparents have a way of like making a bad situation worse by adding unnecessary stress. I get more stressed out, and then I get even madder, and I tell the doctors, don't let them in. One time my mom was at the hospital, then we'll go back to crypto, and then she was just there for some of her levels were off or something like that. She had too much potassium, so they were just checking on her. And what ended up happening is my grandmother walked in while they were testing her blood pressure, and then as soon as my grandmother walked in, my mom's blood pressure just spiked, and the doctors were freaking out. They had no idea why, and it was because my grandmother walked in. It's one of those circumstances where everybody gets along normally, but when it comes to the hospitals, like, there's just added stress there, and I'm just like, oh no, and then I gotta be the mediator of stress, and I'm like, I'm always stressed out, but the key is to like hide it. I'm one of those guys that lets my stress fester until I go out and do something fun, like fishing or just like being away from my phone. But yeah, it makes a huge difference when I can be away from my phone. But I can't be away from my phone if my mom's in the hospital. It's like a big no-no. I have to be there because according to the doctors, I'm the next of kin. And since my mom can't speak well because of the stroke, I have to, like, my mom can call me on FaceTime, say what she wants to say, and I can interpret it for the doctor. Because as much as the doctors are nice and the nurses are nice, they're very, very nice people, like very, very good, especially at that hospital. They, like, my mom may ask them to do something, and they may do something completely different, and then my mom gets really frustrated, and then she's like, Michael, please help, and I'm like, yeah, I got you, Mom, I got you. Let's see. Hey, Secret Fish, hey, thank you very, very much, man. I really, really do appreciate that. I'll tell her about that, and specifically, like, here, hold on. I'll screenshot it for my mom, and I'll tell her that, and she'll be really happy. Now, Secret, what she may do is she may ask for some gourmet meal or something like that. That's what she may end up doing, but I doubt it for sure. Oh, let me turn on the volume here for this. So I didn't want to say thank you, Secret. I really do appreciate that. All right, but yeah. Anyway, without getting into all that type of stuff, before my eyes get a little watery, let me see right here. Let's see. Hey, Angel, also good fish, you're a blessing. My med bills are crazy. I wouldn't have survived without people like you blessing people. That's awesome. Yeah, I do appreciate a lot, Secret Fish. If she does go to the hospital, guys, I'll let you know. I'm hoping I can still do the stream tonight, because what's going to happen here is she's going to go to the doctor. The doctor will decide. Hopefully, she's good enough to come back home, but she hasn't been able to eat for like weeks now and hold it down. So she might go to the hospital, and they might give her food that, like, I don't know if it's potassium or whatever it may be. When your kidneys don't work, there's like a whole bunch of weird stuff that can like go on in your bloodstream, I guess. I've learned a lot, but not enough, basically. Come on, Loki. And so I also have a puppy now, so I have to have the puppy watched, and then I have to make sure I get my sister from school. So there's going to be a whole bunch of stuff I have to do here. Hopefully it's all somewhat organized, and as long as my mom's good to go by the time I leave tonight, the stream might happen a little bit later on in the evening. But I'll try to figure it out. But so far at this moment in time, I'm hoping the stream can go from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Pacific time. But if not, I'll definitely let you guys know. But again, I may just put it in a comment in the regular stream, and one of the mods may spread the information around. But I don't want my grandmother to know, because then she'll call me, and then I'll block my grandmother, frankly, because I don't want to deal with the stress. And then I gotta, then she'll like hassle my mother a little bit. So I gotta be very careful about how I do that one. We have a very dramatic family, but the goal is that everybody's trying to help, right? Let's see. All right, everybody. H&T is still booming up right now. You are seeing Bitcoin still come up a little bit after it bounced off of this trend line. I am hoping to see something good happen here in the next few hours or so. The one thing here, guys, is SHIB. I think Secret may want to do this as well. There is an interesting opportunity to short SHIB here pretty soon if it does break down below its trend line. And hold on a second. Dude, you are just being the biggest baby. I don't know why you're doing this. My dog really wants attention. Here. He's too big now to actually... He's too big to carry as of now. Yeah. So, here's him. He likes to hold on. You need a Frozen Chew toy. Look, don't bash your head. There we go. Hopefully that's enough to entertain him for a little bit. But overall, guys, I think crypto's fine. I'm expecting another drop here pretty soon. But I think we are going to hold on to that upward momentum that we have. And then eventually, in the next 2 weeks or so, we're going to have a breakout to about $75,000 or so. That's pretty much all the stuff I've been talking about. That's what I'm looking for. So if you guys want to buy some altcoins to hold for the next few weeks, I think it's a good idea. You don't have to buy them in bulk, but I do recommend you you start at least taking some nibbles. So you'll be looking okay. Dude, Doggo, I need to get a glove for him. I need to get a glove so he can bite the glove or something. Let's see. Hey, Joni, you and your dog are so funny. Yeah, he cheers me up quite a bit. He's my little companion. Because you guys know, I don't really do much outside of trading and YouTube. I don't really do much. I'm going out with a friend to the casino tonight. At least think I still can. And what normally happens here is like I haven't seen this friend. Like this is going to be the first time I've hung out with a friend since my friend's wedding all the way back in September 17th. That's the last time I hung out with a friend. So it'll be nice to kind of get out, play a little bit of casinos. I don't gamble all too much. You know, I'll probably bring about a couple $100 with me, and I'll see where it goes. And if I win some money, I'll treat my mom to something even nicer. But Secret Fish I'm gonna get something nice for my mom today because of it. So I do appreciate Secret Fish like very, very much, very, very, very much. She'll enjoy it as well. She'll say something like "wow" or something like that. She can't talk too much, but she'll appreciate it a lot. Secret, I really do want to say thank you. Let's see. Oh. Hey, Michael, do they have travel infusions for your new state for potassium push? We have it in Oklahoma. I have to pay out of pocket, but it's so worth it. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, she goes to dialysis 3 times a week, and usually when she goes to dialysis, she will. They take the potassium out of her. It's like just part of the process. But I don't know if they have anything like that. I can always ask the doctor, I guess. But usually she has a really good doctor. The doctor's son goes to the same school as my sister, so they're good friends. Like one time my mom skipped dialysis, so the doctor had his son as a joke stand out front waiting for my mom at the school, saying Vuri to go to dialysis. That's how close the families are. So he's a really, really nice guy. But yeah, I don't know actually. I'll have to check it out. Hey, you want to talk about one? Here's Harmony. There we go. So this one's coming down a little bit. It's testing out support. What I think is going to happen here, guys, is I think it's going to be able to bounce above this 50-day moving average. I'm still pretty excited about it. We had a golden cross a while ago, and it did lead to some great things here. I am thinking that a lot of these golden crosses are actually good signs for crypto. It just seems that they lag a little bit more than what happens in the stock market, which is perfectly fine. But I do think these golden crosses for a lot of these coins are actually very good signs. Now, as far as I'm concerned with this one, though, this has to stay above the 50-day moving average. If it does not, then then this thing can come all the way back down here to 21 cents or so, which would be a pretty heavy drop from where it is at now at 27 cents. That percentage loss would be pretty significant. I'm hoping it's going to be able to hold, but if Bitcoin does take another leg down, you may see this come down and start breaking down below the 50, which would definitely increase the downtrend here, which would not be a fun sign. So be wary of it. It's come up quite a bit, but it's coming down quite hard here in a short amount of time since it did get all the way up here to 37 cents. It's down about 33% or so right now. This is something you'd be adding a small position to. I wouldn't be going heavy until I saw how it actually responds to this 50-day moving average, especially as Bitcoin may take one more dip down to test out, not this trend line again, but this trend line right here, this blue one. It might come down a little bit more, so I'm just being prepared for that one. But I think if you take some smaller positions on it, you'll be just fine. Otherwise, I think it's perfectly fine to continue to hold on to this, especially if you're waiting for altcoin season to kick up later on in the this month or next month. And yeah, it should be fine. Hold on one second here. HMT. There we go, right there. Still looking okay. Now I need to do one thing very fast. Okay, my face is still in the middle of the screen, something like that. Hey, Secret, love you, bro. Prayers and warm thoughts to you. Hey, I appreciate it a lot. It's not my first rodeo. In fact, it's probably like over my 50th or something like this. But it's always a stressful time. So if you guys don't see me every now and again on the stream, I apologize. It's just because I'm doing some family stuff, and obviously YouTube, everything takes a kind of a second backstage. Oops, sorry Siri. A backstage to helping out my mom at the hospital and whatnot. Loki, get down from there. My dog is going crazy right now. I feel like he just wants to be outside to run. But after the stream here, I'll be playing with him for a while. Hey, bro. Well, if you want to recover your loss from Dogecoin, you have a couple options. You can hold on to that Dogecoin for altcoin season, which will make some profit off of it. Otherwise, what you want to do is you want to start taking small positions on a bunch of altcoins, because whenever altcoin season happens, which will be in the next couple months, maybe the next 4 or 5 months at the latest, all of these coin prices that you're looking at right now, they're going to be vastly. This is still a very good time to be buying altcoins. It really depends on if you have the time to wait for altcoin season. if you're trying to trade and know exactly when to buy and when exactly to sell, what I would do is actually just put all of that money that you have left over, put it in some form of interest account. That can be a USDC coin on Voyager where you get like 9% interest yearly, something like that. And I'd recommend getting an exchange like BitGet or Femex and using some of their simulation trading. And instead of risking your own money, you risk the paper trading money, and you start learning how to buy the breakouts, or you start learning how to trade in a way that you are consistently making profits. Now, I can help you with that every now and again if you have any questions. But if you're looking for fast money, you're learning how to day trade, don't rely on me specifically in order to tell you what to buy. You can come to me and ask you like what I think about the particular coin in question, but I think it's best if you're trying to learn how to day trade and you maybe haven't been making as much money, you start to practice on BitGet or Femex. Or what you could do is you could try to practice swing trading, which could also be a good way to do it. Most of us here do swing trading, I think, which means we're holding it usually longer than like 12 hours to a day. We're holding it longer than that. You can do a day trade if you want to. It's perfectly fine, but I usually don't do I don't do short-term trades. I like to ride the wave, ride the momentum, so to speak, off of a breakout or a breakdown. Let's see. Hey, you started to talk about SHIB play for shorting possibly today as I was going off to work, but left you on. What was it you were going to recommend timing-wise? Thank you. Yeah, so here, this is something you'd probably want to watch, so if you're at work, I'd just like take a quick peek at your screen. What we're looking at as far as SHIB is concerned, let me go to the daily, is... Let me get rid of the oscillator here. Forget about the channels. SHIB is on this very general trend line at the moment. It's bounced off of it once. It is coming back down a little bit. Excuse me. If it breaks down below this trend line for SHIB, the next level of support that you have is all the way down here at 4314 with 4 zeros before that. Now, if it actually does break down from that spot, you're going to be looking at a loss of at least 10%. If it were to break down tomorrow, that loss may be something more of like, still around 12, 13%, 12.5% probably. And so that's what I'd be looking at short term. It may be able to bounce off of this, but if it does break down below the 4314 level, this blue line right here, then I could easily see it coming down here to the 50-day moving average and trying that out. This thing has come up a long way. It's still, all the moving averages have barely had any time to adjust. They're still going up at a very, strong rate. And I don't even think there's a 200-day moving average in here. There's not. So, there's not as many support factors at the moment on this play. You're most likely going to rely on the 4-hour chart here. But the good thing is we do have the 200 down here. But I mean, if we break down below that and we don't hold this one, we're definitely coming down about 12%, which is not going to be a fun time for anybody. But you could short that 12% quite easily, or you could try to at least short it from the breakdown and then sell it for maybe more of a day trade as it approach the 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart. So not the 200 daily moving average, but the 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart. Just want to make sure that's clear because there is no 200 moving average just yet on SHIB. Let me go back over here to H&T, and boom, and boom, and boom. There we are. Hey Brian, ARK. Let me see. AKK. I don't know if you're talking about the ARK Innovation ETF or not. Let me know if you're talking about the ARK Innovation ETF or not, and then I'll also look up comp for you very fast. This one looks like to be on Uniswap, comp USTD. So this one's hitting like new lows every single day, it looks like. So I'd be very cautious about putting money in here. I wish there was a way, like, let me get out of this. Auto. Man, I don't even know how this was actually planned out here. The heck happened to this thing? This might be the wrong chart somehow. Let me go here to comp. Untracked. Oh, okay. If this chart is actually accurate, I would only put a little bit of money into it for a potential long-term hold. Much more of a YOLO play, but definitely worth putting money in here. I have no idea what the market cap is. It's down 13% on the day, so this thing is going to new lows every single day. So I would just say be very careful. There we go. Now you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Let me stretch this out so I can get out of auto mode. This thing is going to new lows every single day. Not much volume, as you can see on the bottom, like not much volume at all. But if you believe in this, you know, you can definitely take a long-term position here, but I would definitely not put a lot of money behind this play at the moment. Okay, and you are talking about the ETF to the US. Let's go to Tether, I guess, off of BitREX. Now this doesn't have much volume here. It looks like not at all. $123. ARK Innovation ETF tokenized stock FTX. Okay, $117. That's 1 year. So over 1 year, hasn't really done much year to date. Excuse me, at all. Yeah, so this is back on December 2020. Let's see, false breakout. Just been going sideways for the most part. And no market cap data. I would say this is again another long-term play. I wish I knew the market cap for it. It hasn't been much volume being traded on this at all. I wouldn't put more than $100 behind this, and this is definitely a speculative long-term hold here. That's what you're going to be looking at. I wish I had the market cap to see how cheap it was compared to other stuff. Like most coins, like that one token I've been buying, the BGB, or it could be anything. Usually you want to see a number right here. This number is what you're hopefully looking to see. There we go. Hey, Nomad Trader, KDA would be a good one as well. Well, that'd be actually very nice to see. God, I need to make my screen wider, I think, for you guys, because I'm having trouble staying in the middle of it. There we go here. There we go. I think that works out a little better. Now I can shift around and not have my head sliced off or anything like that. Let's see. TN looping. Yeah, we've talked about it a few times here today, but I can do it one more time. So let me go to the dollar. I guess it's fine. Actually, no, let me go to Tether. There we go. Is this in the Bitcoin? No, it's not Bitcoin. Sorry, unless it's a technical analysis here. So I wouldn't recommend buying it at the moment. This is a time where you're either scaling out, selling the rest of your position if you bought down here, and it looks like it may come back down here towards like, you know, $2, like less than $2.50, and then it looks like it's going to probably try to consolidate for another breakout. But it looks as of now this run is over. So be very careful depending on how long you want to hold after this. It's continually coming down. It's breaking below the 20. You might have an opportunity to have a bounce off of the 50 on the 4-hour chart. But this is pretty overextended. And it looks like, at least to me for now, it wants to definitely come down here. Unless there's a huge jolt of volume. But you can see volume is steadily declining here. And, you know, I'm betting pretty soon you're going to see the floor drop out from underneath this play. And it's probably going to come back down to around, $2.11. By that time, probably up to, $2.50, $2.40. I think it's going to come down that far. So I'd be careful with the LRC one at the moment. There we go right here. And guys, you are seeing a lot of the coins taking a little bit of a dip right now. Only thing that's not taking a dip, at least on my watch list, is the FTM here. So just be aware of that. Go back over here to this one. Let's see. Hey, Henry and Sonia. Bitcoin minimum price. I think it's probably going to be somewhere possibly around $62,500, $62,000. I think that's how far we can go. But that may happen sometime today or even tomorrow. But I do think we do have one more small leg down as we test that trend line. And then with that opportunity, then we're going to be able to bounce off of it and go up higher, then eventually come back down before we have a breakout sometime later on in the month. Hey, Crispy Tendies. Thanks for going that over again. Much appreciated. Don't worry about it, guys. It's a pretty chill day. Kind of. And I'm almost done with the stream, so I want to make sure that you guys have all the information you guys need in order to make some good trades here, especially if I'm not able to trade tonight. I'm going to try I won't be able to drink with you guys tonight because after the stream I have to go drive over to the casino. But if something's happening when I get back from the casino, I'll definitely hop on the live and take a few shots of a good old Maker's Mark whiskey right here. Funny enough, I spent part of yesterday watching How It's Made, and I watched a How It's Made video for Maker's Mark. It was actually very interesting. I actually liked it quite a bit. I like watching those videos for some reason. Anything about how it's made, it's a mesmerizing experience because I love manufacturing, and I like there's a specific form of engineering for, I think it's industrial engineering or some type of engineering, where it's like you go through the process of building a plant or a manufacturing plant or something like that from beginning to end. How do you turn all these raw products into a good that can be sold? It's a really cool thing. If I was smart enough to become an engineer, I definitely would have tried to do it in college. Let's see right here. Yeah, no worries, Henry and Sony. I hope you guys are having a very, very good evening. Did I see the news about Floki being accepted to buy real estate in Miami? I have not. Dude, I have noticed that Miami is turning into a hot spot of cryptocurrencies. No biting, dude. No biting. You gotta stop that. And it's a really cool experience. I kind of wish Seattle would be that open with cryptocurrencies. I wish most cities would be, but I know a lot of people can be very skeptical of it. But I think, the West Coast, we need some bastion city that's like all in on crypto. And if they can do that, there'd be just so many jobs that come along with it. And just so many cool, I don't know what you want to call them, so many conventions and stuff. That'd be so much fun. Let's see. Hey, Legend, what's your best coin in the Metaverse Index? I'm usually, if there's anything in the Metaverse, I'm usually going to be buying it if it's under $200 million. But right now, it seems like sand is the good thing to hold, especially for altcoin season, as it can go up even higher, just because of all the bullishness around the metaverse at the moment. Everybody keeps on talking about it over and over and over again, and I think it'll be a good long-term hold for you. But I would look for the lowest market cap coins in the metaverse, and those are the ones I would be investing in right now, personally. I'll spend some time this weekend trying to find some of those coins for you guys. I'll make a quick video on them, like all the coins under 200 million market cap in the metaverse, because I think if you buy those ones and you put like a couple $100 into them for the long term, I think they are going to give you some great returns. And the metaverse is what's kind of popping at the moment. I do think those coins are going to be great once it's actually more built out and it's more accepted. But since the metaverse isn't even done yet, I think it's going to dude, you are yeah. Okay, sniff the keyboard. Oh, you're drooling on the keyboard. Ew. Dude, no. There we go. Yeah, doggo. Okay. I will make a video for you guys as well. Just as a reminder for you guys, I am going to be posting a lot more content starting next week, like daily content about all these types of moves. I didn't really have the time to do it today because I took my sister to school, but I think my grandparents should be back by Monday. So I should have all the free time in the world to bust out as many videos as I can. And when that happens, you guys will see that, I put out videos like this. I don't know if you guys can see this. Here you go. Bitcoin is moving down. What should you do? They're basic, brief little videos, but take a second if you can and try to watch these videos. You don't have to watch them exactly when I publish them, but whenever you have some free time. And then give it a like if you can. And the one thing I ask, if any of you guys some of you guys ask how you can support the channel without actually donating money, which is perfectly fine. I know not everybody is as fortunate as others. The number one thing you guys can do is to watch the video all the way through. And I mean 100% of the video, watch it all the way through. And if you do that once or even twice, it really does help out. And I make these videos really short so you guys can do that. And then if you give it a like, it's nice. YouTube just made actually a new update here, guys, which is pretty interesting. YouTube got rid of, it looks like, the actual downvotes on videos, because I guess people downvote scams or something like that. Oh, this is my friend Tom's stream. So if you go right here, okay, they don't. Sometimes they have them, sometimes they don't. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, they put out a new update yesterday where they're taking away the ability to downvote or the ability to see downvotes. So I'll see if you guys downvote, but nobody else will. It's a very weird thing to do, but I guess there's been a lot of abuse of the downvoting system, I guess for politicians or for something else. I don't know exactly what it is, but it definitely is a little weird. So you guys may end up not seeing how many downvotes there are for a while, but at least you'll be able to see the upvotes, which I think is more positive, because usually I only get 94% like rate. Like 94% of you guys like it, the rest don't like it for whatever reason. And so I'm pretty interested to see how it changes after that. Let's see. Hey Steve, hey Mike, Bitcoin bounced off of the prior breakout line as well as the fib line. I 100% believe that was the bottom. Marin Riot didn't drop much, then shut up after the bounce. Well, that's good to see. And you're talking about the fib line. Oh yeah, this old trend line right here. Hold on. Bloopity blue. I guess there's a few different lines right there. And there you go. It did bounce right off of that fib line here. I'm hoping that you're right, but somehow I feel like there's still an opportunity for a wick to form here. But the good thing that kind of backs up your point, Steve, and this goes back into that nerdy thing I was talking a little bit ago. We normally don't have more than 4 days of four red days in a row, so we can definitely have a green right here. We could definitely have a green day tomorrow. When's the last day we had 5 red candles? Because that would mean tomorrow's gonna be red as well. When's the last time you guys saw 5 red candles? You don't really see them too often. You look at the volume on the bottom. There's a lot of 3s and whatnot. I can zoom in here. You don't see 5, you see 4s and usually a green. 4s and a green, even if it's a small one. 5 here. But 5 here. 4. 4. You don't really see 5 too often, right? And all the way back in December of 2020. That's how long it took to find like these ones back here. This is May of 2021. That was during an absolute destruction moment for Bitcoin, right? So there you go. If I stretch it out now, you see the actual perception of why it was down so much. So we haven't had that in a while, so it could definitely be a good day tomorrow as well. So Steve, I think you do have a point there, a pretty valid one. Dude, stop biting my bed. Yeah, I'm talking to you. I like when you talk to your dog and he stops, and he's like, "Oh, is he talking to me?" And he looks at you and he's like, "Oops, I got caught." Let's see. Hey, morning from Melbourne. I appreciate it, man. That tells me the hedge funds also believe it was the bottom. I hope you're right. I own some riot calls for the 19th, but I think it'll be fine. Hey, Secret. I laugh when I'm stressed. Here's a joke, Michael. How do you circumcise a whale? You send it down foreskin. You send down foreskin divers. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna tell my mom that actually. I'm gonna tell my mom that. She's my mom's actually just right upstairs in my guest bedroom, so she's not too far away at all. I'm taking her over to the hospital here. Oh yeah, pretty soon. I should actually leave pretty soon. I think her appointment is 12:15. Yeah, so pretty soon. But yeah, thank you very much, Fish. I do appreciate that a lot. And I need to get more into jokes, but my jokes are always so inappropriate. Hey Steve, hope I'm right as I bought a lot of Riot for next week. Yeah, Steve, I have Riot calls for December 19th, and they are with a strike price of $45 strike price. They're up currently 8.5% now. It just moved down to 8.25%. But overall, I'm up a little bit. I'll take it. My CHPT is still doing okay. It's in the money, so I'm gonna let it ride off until the end of the expiration period. But I've sold out most of them. I just have 2 calls left here. My AMC YOLO calls are down 81% though, so that's pretty much a bummer. AMC didn't do anything after that breakout because earnings tanked it down. Alright everybody, I'm gonna go head out now. I'm gonna go check my mom upstairs, make sure she doesn't need any ice water or anything like that. My dog gets too excited around my mom because she's like the mom that gives treats and everything. So I have to put Loki on a leash and his harness before I go up there. Otherwise he'll be jumping up all over her. So I will try and see you guys tonight at 7 p.m. Pacific time, and I'm hoping we can do at least an hour and a half to 2 hour stream tonight. And then we'll be talking about Bitcoin. We'll be seeing if it's going to be going back up because we will have a new day candle by the time that occurs, and I think we should be good going forward. The one thing I'm going to tell you guys, just be watching the altcoins. Watch to see if Bitcoin does go below that fib level in the next day or so. If we do have like 5 red days, hopefully 4 is the limit for us right now. But hopefully we don't have more because we haven't had 4 red days, or 5 red days, excuse me, since June 19th of this year. So it's definitely been a while. It can definitely happen, but normally we have a nice little bounce back up. So hopefully that's going to be something we see. that does let you guys know if you guys want to buy some altcoins right now off of that theory, you could definitely do it and maybe make a little bit of pretty penny off of it. Let's see. All right, everybody, I think we're good. Yeah, no worries. 1977. Hey, Morgoth and Secret Fish, thank you very much for the super chat. I'll go let my mom know right now. She's probably gonna freak out a little bit, so I do want to say thank you. All right, everybody, have a great rest of your day. Hopefully, you guys have a great Friday evening. Go spend it with the fam, or go out and have some fun with the friends. I'm gonna be doing a little bit of both, probably, and then I'll also be looking to spend some time with you guys later on tonight. All right, everybody, I'll keep you guys updated as well tonight if anything happened to my mom while she's in the hospital or whatnot. I'll definitely keep you guys updated as well. Thank you very much, and now I got to go take Loki outside and then get him ready to go upstairs. Thanks again.